So I really think there is a time. I wouldn't necessarily say that you should always be healing forever. Like I think there's a period where you're healing, and then there's like maintenance.
Yeah.
Like almost like when you think about when you're like going to lose weight and like tone your body.
Okay.
So there's one phase of that where like you're really focused on, okay, I'm shedding weight, and then I'm toning, and now I'm just maintaining from all this hard work that I've done. Because you're not forever on your fitness journey, you're not forever losing weight and forever trying to. Ultimately, you get to the point where you're like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah.
But I gotta maintain this to make sure that I stay good.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, there ain't that much healing in the world.
Okay. Hi, welcome back. This is Brittany with Becoming of Her podcast.
And this is Tiffany.
Hey, we back. Episode.
We think it's 9.
I think it's 9.
It's sad that we have lost count. We should know this.
No. But that means that it's going along.
It is.
It's, we
made it past the fail zone.
The fail zone.
6.
Episode 6. So it's going.
Yes, we are here.
We are here. We just showing up. I don't even want to keep track no more. Just record.
Yes, basically. We'll figure it out after the fact. So we are getting ready for 2023. Which is going to be our we're coming out year.
Really coming out. I'm so excited for 2023. Like this year we did what we needed to do to get everything going.
Yes, and it's been almost a year. It will be
almost a year. That's
we
crazy.
Just thought about like
Let's look at us
do this thing.
Do it, and we did the thing. We did the thing. It's episode 9.
And we're still going.
And we still going. Don't y'all give up.
That's exciting.
No, it is.
Happy
holidays too.
Oh yeah,
that's on my mind. Happy holidays. Thanksgiving on past. Christmas is upon us.
It is. We have our first event.
Oh my God! Yes, y'all. I'm so excited.
So we have the Confident Embody and Visions for 2023.
Yep.
Which is going to be a sexy lingerie and vision board party for the girls.
Yes.
To come out to build confidence in their body and confidence in their plan and vision for 2023. It's nothing like when you feel good externally, since that's the thing for women. Like we feel like if we look good, we feel good.
Absolutely.
And if you can learn how to like use that energy and turn that into actually fuel for your vision, like the sky is the limit. So we wanted to really merge the two.
Right. And I'm so excited, y'all. Like this is a goal that we had at the very beginning of the year to have an event. Like this is something that we wanted to do.
And she was determined because I was not trying to do this event this year.
I'm telling you, and one thing I have learned this year, you just gotta go sometimes. You have to go. As long as I feel like it's a low risk, even sometimes the thing's high risk, if you just feel like I gotta do this thing, you just gotta do it.
Yeah, as long as ain't nobody gonna die. Like,
as long as nobody's gonna die, and even
is it ethical?
Is it ethical?
Go to jail. Right.
And do you got enough money to feed yourself? You ain't gonna be kicked out without a house. But if you feel like it's worth it, just do it.
Yeah,
just do it. But that's gonna be the energy for 2023 for us. Like we making a move, just going forward, going harder, moving a lot quicker. I'm so excited just to be around women, lingerie. I live for sexy stuff, so
she does.
So it's gonna be the vibe. Like I can't wait and to do it with you. Like I'm so excited. It's a blessing.
And with Cherise.
Oh yes,
So it's a collaborative.
It's a collaboration. I can't forget my girl. My bad, Cherise. But yes, it is collaboration. I met her. When did I meet Cherise? I think like March, April this year, and then she had a lingerie party. So when I was talking to her, I was just like, "Girl, when you gonna have another party?" And then it just clicked. I was like, "Well, wait a minute. Let's just do it. Let's do it together. Get the girls in a sexy lingerie, PJs or whatever, and a vision board party. It's a perfect thing. Because we like to get ourselves together for 2023, child. Okay, what's that mean that every year they have a girl
You know, walking up the block.
walking up the. That's gonna be us. So, this episode should drop probably like in a week and a half. So I'll make sure the link is up. So, but it's up there. I'm so excited, y'all.
Yes. So make sure this should go out before the event, right?
Yeah, it's gonna go out
okay.
before
So
the
yes.
event. Mhm.
So make sure that you grab tickets. This is space is super limited because this is an intimate event. You know, we're not trying to be around thousands of people in our lingerie, okay?
No.
So this is super intimate. So this is first come, first
beautiful
serve.
space.
Very beautiful.
Very luxe. It's giving luxury.
It's giving luxe. It's giving like bachelorette vibes.
So,
Midtown
it's
Atlanta.
sexy.
Super cute. So definitely it's going to be fab.
Yes, and we are having complimentary drinks, light food, appetizers. Okay, that's all come with the ticket and a little giveaway.
And the supplies.
Okay, so I'm so excited, y'all. Like, come see your girls if you're in Atlanta. Come in. Let's start early. Let's not wait till January 1st. Like, let's go ahead and hop down on these goals and visualize what we want, you know, for the next year. Let's do that.
Because January 1st, we already have to be in it. Like, we should be working on the stuff in January because it's already the new year. So we need to be planning now. Is the
plan preparation start right now. So, and you know, that's all what we about: preparation, awareness. Like, I'm so excited. We're gonna be doing that, like preparing people, getting them ready. It's everything of us. Like, I love it. I love it. How was the holidays for you?
So, this holiday was different.
Okay.
And this is where we're really gonna dive into. So, Thanksgiving passed. This was my first holiday ever in life. And I'm a grown woman alone. So I made the decision.
I was so surprised.
I was surprised.
She could have came to my mom's house. You could have came. I didn't know. And
my girlfriend said the same thing. She's like, you could have came over.
Yeah.
And I was like, girl, I didn't feel like putting no clothes on or nothing. So I was supposed to. It wasn't intentionally I didn't seek out to or sought out, whatever. Y'all know grandma's not my thing. Yeah. I didn't seek out to have, spend the holiday alone. It kind of just actually ended up that way. So I didn't have either one of my boys. And typically for Thanksgiving, I will usually go home to North Carolina and spend my time with my family there. And that was ultimately my plan. But then in the 9th hour, it was just like, I wasn't feeling it. Like, I literally was going back and forth with my mom and my uncle. They're like, which day you gonna come? I'm like, oh, and then she was gonna go Wednesday. And then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna come Thursday morning. And then Thursday morning I got up and I'm like, I'm not feeling that. I don't know if I'm gonna come at all. And literally so that morning I was almost gonna go. I was like, girl, maybe you should just get on
up and do it. No.
And I laid down.
The body and spirit said no.
It said no. Because I laid down in that bed, and by the time I decided to get up out of the bed, it was probably almost 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I just ultimately had to tell my mom, I said, girl, I ain't coming. We'll figure something out to see you in December or something like that.
Which is around the corner.
Yeah. But my body was like, we're not doing the thing. Or at least anything like heavy. And I really spent the day, I just chilled.
Yeah.
I got me some Waffle House, one of my favorite meals from there, even though it was a little dramatic down to the Waffle House, because baby girl was not trying to be working on Thursday, but she was in there. I said, well, girl, listen, I ain't tell you to do this job. I just came here to pick up my food. Listen, okay? Maybe you need to find you another job. I didn't go to Coach Mode then. So I was trying to get in and get out because it felt like we were about to get a situation up in there.
Really?
Girl. That had a lot up in there. Baby girl's about to walk out the door. I'm like, before you, my food already ready, man.
Right, ma'am.
I see it right
before
there.
You quit.
Okay, because
Where my stuff?
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, she was really about to walk out the door right now.
It'd be like that. You just be fed up,
especially on a holiday.
Yeah.
So,
but especially jobs like that, I get it.
But, no.
But still, sis, I need my food.
I need my food. I was hella hungry. I worked out and took out my hair and just chilled. I did a little bit of looking at some stuff that I wanted to get caught up on for my business. But I literally just spent the day. I drank some wine.
Yeah.
I just had a day of like
me time.
Chilling. It's me. I don't really want to be around folks. I don't even feel like putting on no clothes. I was in my robe all day.
Just chilling. Girl, sometimes it be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Sometimes it is.
I've had holiday seasons like that too. But this, I mean, I was with my family and my friends this season. But I have definitely had several holidays just solo. But you said that you saw something on TikTok.
So I'm probably late to the TikTok party because I refuse to get on there. My son used to always show me stuff on TikTok years ago, and honestly, I wish I would have really known. I probably could have been like TikTok famous at this point. But now that I'm on there for business, I just started being on there.
Yeah.
And on that day, what's funny, it was this girl did this post, and it says something to the effect of like, when you've been so focused on your healing and now you're spending the holiday alone. It was basically kind of alluding to the fact that like all the people in her life are toxic, so now she's lonely for Thanksgiving, but not in a negative way. Like it's just like, you listen, I'm just so focused on my peace, I'm alone. And it's crazy like how many people had commented on the post and were saying that they were alone for Thanksgiving too.
Yeah.
Like when girls like, listen, I'm going to the gym today and I'm chilling out, I'm watching movies. Like, and it was just people like, I'm alone today too. I'm alone and I'm happy. But it wasn't like a sad thing. And I think a lot of times we think about like, if the people are alone on the holidays, like they must be lonely, they must be depressed, they must have no family or friends.
Because it's so easy to get into that space. Because quite naturally the holidays are centered around people coming together.
Exactly.
You know, being with your loved ones and, you know, your mans and your kids and all, you know, all that stuff. But I'm a single girl. I don't have a man, kid, you know, any of those things. And I would say for me, the times I spent the holidays alone, it was more so a sad occasion. When I probably wasn't feeling my best state. It was more like me feeling like depressed. This was like years ago. But I think you said you had mentioned that the healing, like people said that they were healing, and then like, is the healing causing them to be alone for the holidays? Like,
I think so. And I think honestly, if I had to think and probably get to the core of probably why I decided to spend the holiday alone, like a lot of that was just driven by, I just don't feel like being around people. But not from a depressed place, but just from a place of like, in this phase that I'm at, I'm honoring my choice to just sit down and just be with myself. And for me and right now, like, that is what is really feeling good and honoring myself instead of trying to force myself to be around family because that's what my family wants. Like, they want to see me, which is great. Of course, you know, you want to ultimately, see your family. But I'm like, my core of like, if I really had to say what I want to do, was not based on really being around family. It's just not the energy that I was on. And I think because I've just been going and just doing and just all this stuff that just been working on so much, I was just in a place of like, I just want to pour and give into myself. And my body was ultimately really telling me like, you just need to just chill.
You need to chill out. But you know what? I think in the past several years, overall, we have had like this super rise on like mental health, you know, healing and all of that. And I'm an advocate for it, mental health, healing and all of that. But is there like a time period of when the healing is supposed to be done? Like, really, I can answer that and say no, because I know like you're going to constantly be trying to aspire to be the better version of yourself. But do you think that the healing can be used as like some of the women's like safe net sometimes? Like, are you not going out and trying to apply yourself in certain places? Or do you think that like at all, like with this whole healing thing.
Hold on, let me check because I'll pick up answer that. Let me make sure this is good. Oh yeah, we're good. Okay.
Okay.
Just want to make sure.
Your spirit listen, because when I
yeah.
didn't listen.
So you were asking me the healing time. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I really think there is a time. I wouldn't necessarily say that you should always be healing forever. Like I think there's a period where you're healing,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like maintenance.
Yeah.
Like almost like when you think about when you're like going to lose weight and like tone your body.
Okay.
So there's one phase of that where like you're really focused on, okay, I'm shedding weight, and then I'm toning, and now I'm just maintaining from all this hard work that I've done. Because you're not forever on your fitness journey. You're not forever losing weight and forever trying to. Ultimately, you get to the point where you're like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah.
But I got to maintain this to make sure that I stay good.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, there ain't that much healing in the world. Like,
listen, some of the girls, y'all be healing for 10 years.
And at some point, it's like, okay, you should be in maintenance mode. Like, because you always have to be working on yourself. Otherwise, you're going to go backwards and you're going to get into the place of where, like, you have to go back into, like, the healing mode. And sometimes you have to go back into healing because life happens. Like, you don't heal and then expect, like, okay, now my life is going to be forever be blissful. Like, something else is going to hit you that you may have to heal from. But a lot of times it gets easier because you've done, like, especially if you've gone through something heavy and you have to heal.
No, absolutely. Like, okay, ideally, we all know that, breakups, whether good or bad, you need to sit down probably for a little second. And then, what are you doing to heal yourself? Can we get into it? Because some of the healing methods, some of them may not be as healthy. Some people can have like codependency issues. Some people, I think sometimes people can be just addicted to people and wanting to be around people. Those can be like toxic forms that you feel like is healing yourself. It can be a false sense of healing. But are you getting the books you need? Are you doing the therapy that you need? And I feel like you have to spend an adequate amount of time doing this. Matter of fact, I think I heard Tony Gaston say this, like, if you went through a breakup or some type of life event where you feel like, okay, I ain't feeling like myself. Like when you're on lunch break or whatever, are you plugging in the AirPods, listening to the podcast, fueling your body, your spirit or whatever to what you need to do? Or you doing this every other day? Or, because it's just like, it's no way. I met a lady, and she said she'd been single for 10 years. 10 years. Now, I don't know if she's been dating or not, but she said she'd been single for 10 years. And, of course, I'm like, well, why? And she's like, well, I just been healing.
10 years?
Sis, 10 years
That's
of healing. That is a very, very long time. And I had a horrible breakup back in 2019, at the end of 2018, and I took the whole year off from the world, like literally like the whole year off from the world to heal. But I'm not there now.
10 years.
I'm not.
But you know what though? And I was listening. I forgot what I was listening to, and they were talking about like sometimes people think that they need to be alone to heal, and a lot of times when you get into your next relationship, there's more healing that you do there because sometimes your healing can only be done with another person.
Oh, you know what? I think I know. Was that a hood healer that said that?
It might have been her, but I feel like it was something I was watching on YouTube that was talking about it. She might have been the first person who I heard say that.
Okay.
But I feel like I was watching one of my YouTube channels and I can't think of which one exactly that it is.
Right. Okay.
But I mean, it made so much sense where like there's work that sometimes it just can't be done or it's not going to be revealed until you interact with people because you'll think you're healed from something and then you'll get into a relationship and then you get triggered. being like, okay, wait a minute, maybe I'm not. Because that was a big thing for me this year, where I'm like, okay, I've been single now for almost about 4 years. But I have been
what you've been
dating. Oh yeah, I've been dating. I've gotten close to being, I got very close to being in a relationship like 2 years ago, and then ultimately we ended up changing our minds. And then this year I have been dating someone, and this is probably the most healing besides my son's dad, to where I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, now I'm really ready to date. I've had my fun, and I've like gone through my process after my last relationship, and now I'm like, yes, okay, I'm ready.
But your relationship is not toxic. I'm like, people I feel like will still get into something knowing like they really not ready. And not even really be ready for maybe that next level of healing that they have to go through. But you're still operating in a space of like, you haven't learned your lessons that you needed to learn. And then God gonna keep giving you the same ones until you do. So it's just like, you can meet people and learn different things from them just with your relationship with them, but you still have to be in a certain space for that. You still, you know, like, you still have to be in a certain space for that. And I don't know, I just feel like a lot of time, like, that's women's safety nets these days. They are saying, I'm just in a healing space. It is almost stopping you from moving forward to the next phase of relationships or whatever that may be, because it's going to require vulnerability. And I think sometimes we'll be quick just to say like, well, I'm still healing. You may not just want to be vulnerable yet.
Yes, which, I mean, ultimately you have to be vulnerable with someone else. So again, that's one of those things to where like, you can't build that muscle until you're with someone else, because you have to be vulnerable with someone else. Like, it's easy for most people. Sometimes people can't even be vulnerable with their own selves.
Yeah, that's something.
That's a whole other conversation. Whole other issue.
Yeah, that's a whole other issue.
But a lot of times, like, you're vulnerable with yourself, but you have to learn how to be vulnerable with other people. But it takes somebody else for you to relate to. Typically, you know, that comes in terms of like dating, because more than not, we can be vulnerable with our friends. Even sometimes we have issues there, but most of us can be vulnerable, you know, with our girlfriends or guy friends, or however you associate. But when you have to be vulnerable with someone that you're like dating or getting to know, that's so hard for so many people.
Yeah.
So you can't learn how to do that and heal from that side until you make a decision like, okay, I'm actively going to go out here and like be vulnerable with the people that I am dating or you know, building this relationship with. So you can't live in that space of like, I'm just gonna stay over here in my little bubble and like do this solo healing thing. Like, healing is a journey that needs to involve other people.
Yeah, it's not always yourself. And then you know, sometimes God will show up to us in other forms through people. To whatever that there may be a lesson or blessing that you need from, you know, this person and this, you know, this relationship, whatever the case.
My friend says that, he drives me crazy. He'd be like, how you know God didn't send me to you to say that? Be like, shut up.
You never know. I just don't want us to stop living and still, because it's holiday season, and you know, I know we all feeling the love, but don't lie to yourself and say like, well, I'm healing right now, when you know it's something deeper. Like, you desire the person, or you desire, you know, the connection or whatever that is. Like, let's just honor that.
Yeah,
like you said earlier, just honoring your feeling. Like, you honored your feelings on Thanksgiving, like, hey, I didn't feel like it. But for the people who are saying like, I'm healing, but you're using that as your clutch, you ain't being fair to yourself.
Exactly.
You're not being fair to yourself. And I feel like they can keep you kind of almost at a stagnant place whenever you're not being real about how you really feel about something. Because I just refuse to believe all y'all out here healing. Come normal.
Yeah.
Like, I got to a place in my life where I said to myself, the end goal, well, one of them, just in returns of relationship, that's what we're kind of talking about, that is I want to be in a place where I can openly and welcome a new person into my life, wholeheartedly, like how a way that I would want them to welcome me into their life, not with the end goal of, I don't know, like, I just feel like sometimes the girls just say, I'm doing something, you don't even have an end goal in mind.
That's the biggest thing. You have to know, like, okay, when I am, and I hate using healed, but when I'm at my, like,
higher level functioning part of yourself.
Yes, I'm going to feel like this, or life is going to look like this. So then I know, okay, I've done the heavy lifting here.
Yeah.
So now it's time to move on to the next phase of what this journey looks like. And it's typically not healing. It is, again, like, it is the elevated state, or it's the
elevated
maintenance state, or whatever
you're
that next
applying.
phase
It's
is.
application.
It's
application.
That's a great way to say it. Yes, your application state. Because again, you don't know if you're healed until you go out into the world and practice and execute the thing.
Yeah. How would you know? So,
like, yeah, I'm great, and I'm ready to date this man, and you go out and you date, and you're like, oh hell no, I ain't.
Or better yet, you saying that you healed, but you still scared to sit down and have them hard conversations with your family. You say you healed, but you still don't believe in yourself to go out and get that business. Those are lies.
Exactly. Yeah, ladies. So you have to go out and actually apply your healing.
Please don't be just the real girl saying that you healed and Lord, you
at home playing with your cat.
Stop.
Like, and not that cat.
Yeah.
Some of y'all might need to. So
some of y'all might need to do.
That's part of the healing too.
Hey, little self-love.
Yeah, self-love, definitely. But some of y'all need to learn that. Maybe you might heal faster if you learn how to play with your cat.
Maybe. But I just feel like we are really in this huge trending of, self-love and healing, which is beautiful. Self-care, beautiful. We're talking about those things all the time, but I just don't want us to be stuck.
And don't just be saying that you're doing it because it's trendy right now.
Yeah.
Like, don't just make it a trend. Like, everyone's doing self-love and self-care, so I'm going to be on the wave to it, and I'm going to be in my healing thing. If you're not really actually doing the work. Because if you really been healing in your bag, like with doing that self-love, self-care, it ain't these cute little baths and going to the spa and lighting candles. Like, you sometimes in there with your hair all on top of your head. You got mascara running down your face.
The healing journey is not always pretty. So now that's real.
Listen, there are days where, like, and this was actually recently, I cried myself to sleep. But I mean, it's part of the process.
Girl, we are human, and some days you're gonna have highs, some days you're gonna have lows. I just don't want us to ever be in a state where we're not constantly still growing. And let's not use like whatever life is throwing at us at that moment and saying that we're healing, when all actuality there may be a deeper fear of you just not getting out there, going to the next step with the things that you've learned about yourself. That's what the healing is supposed to be about. You learning more things about who you are, discovering what you did, why you did this, the root of this and this and that. It's supposed to increase your confidence level to you going out and getting that thing. That peace. It can be peace. That thing can be peace. It don't always have to be tangible.
Yeah.
But that's what the healing is about. It's not for you to always constantly stay in this state that you have to fix. I don't like that for us.
No, because if you're constantly in a space where you constantly have to fix stuff, you're doing something wrong. You're missing a crucial part of the process. Again, back to our original point, like, there should be a phasing,
and we just have to start thinking a little more vast and deeper into why we're doing the things that we're doing. Do not, like I said, healing is about learning those root things about yourself so it can be applied.
Exactly. So
Period.
I will ultimately say with this, like, if you're on your healing journey right now, to Brittany's point that she said earlier, make sure that you have actual an end goal in mind. Like, identify what that looks like.
Yes.
So that you know, okay, I've actually made progress, and you're not just on some like
just
perpetual phase of life. Of
it's a
okay, I'm
it's
just
the vocab.
healing. Thank you, Spelman College, for the vast vocabulary. But again, like, you know, just have the end goal in mind and make sure that you are making strides and accomplishments on your healing journey so that you can actually be out here enjoying life.
Because life is big and beautiful and it's waiting on you, period.
Yes.
Yes.
So again, make sure
Mhm.
that you like this video, you
Yes,
subscribe
please.
to the
Subscribe
channel.
to the
We're on
channel.
YouTube now.
We are on YouTube.
I don't even think we made the official announcement that we are on YouTube.
Yes.
So I know that primarily right now people watch our clips on
clips on
Instagram,
Instagram,
but we
yes.
are, our full videos are on YouTube.
Mhm.
Make sure you like the channel,
Subscribe,
subscribe.
please,
We want
yes.
to blow this podcast
Cast
up because 2023 is
We're
going to
coming
be
a
our
whole lot harder.
year.
Yes, it is.
And
We're
make sure
coming.
that you go to Eventbrite is confident in body
23.
confident in body
23.
23.eventbrite.com.
Yes.
Grab your tickets
Yes.
for the
If you are in
our
Atlanta,
first
come
official
see us.
event. We're
Yes.
super excited to
One
have
of
it.
many. We had to end the year with an event. We had to.
Yes.
One of many. Next year we're coming with more. So if you're in Atlanta, please come.
Yes. We
I'm so
cannot
excited
wait
to meet
you in
y'all.
person.
Yes.
It's going to be such a vibe. But thank you
Such a
for
good
tuning
time.
in to episode.
I love you guys.
Bye.
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 Yay.